What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Monday Night Wars. This is WWF Raw from December the 4th, 1995. It's week 13 of the Monday Night Wars, the 138th episode of Raw ever. The ratings for this week were 2.6 to 2.4 in favor of the WWF, who scored the latter, the 2.6 rating. This Raw took place from the Richmond Coliseum in Richmond, Virginia. It was taped November the 20th, but it aired December the 4th. So now, after Raw's win this week, as of this episode, the scoreboard is now 6 wins for WWF Raw, 5 losses, and 2 draws to WCW Nitro. So through 13 weeks of the war, they have one more win, and this week was the deciding win. Raw did a 2.6 in the rating for that episode. McMahon and the King are on commentary. The British Bulldog took on Bob Holly first on this night. They drew a 2.6. Holly leapfrogs the Bulldog and then slams a hip block, followed by a body slam, followed by 2 quick clotheslines. Cornette is with the Bulldog on the outside. Cornette calms him down on the outside as Holly's hitting his offense fast and often. King makes an NFL reference on commentary, and McMahon questions what it even means. We talk about how Brett has the number. Bulldog has Brett's number. Bulldog eats a dropkick from Holly. The King wants to be a part of the Hart family Christmas since there's going to be a lot of dysfunction there. Holly with another dropkick as Holly's looked good in this match. Bulldog off the corner takes Holly's 1 to 10 punches on the top rope. Bulldog ends up power slamming Holly in the end at 5:01 to win. It was a pretty decent 5-minute match here. I gave it 2 stars. Bob Backlund cuts a promo and he's crazy. That's that. Backlund meets Brett next week on Raw, and that has the chance to be good. They had some great matches in 94, just not WrestleMania 11 in 1995. That was a bad match. That I Quit match with Roddy Piper as the referee. That Brett has gone on to record as saying that was his worst pay-per-view match ever. And it happened at WrestleMania. Probably the worst WrestleMania ever, too. Fatu took on the Brooklyn Brawler. Fatu gets a win after a big splash off the top around 2 minutes. That's already a quarter of a star. That was closer to 1 minute than 2, actually, I believe, that match. Backlund then attacks with his chicken wing the sound guy who cut his mic earlier in the night. So he's cross-faced chicken winging everybody is Backlund. First he's campaigning and now he's attacking everybody with it. King on commentary says, "I hope you get it soon, McMahon." Diesel has accepted Owen's open challenge, says Doc Hendricks in the Slam Jam. So Owen Hart said after he concussed Shawn Michaels, said, "I want to give everyone an open challenge." Diesel accepts it for In Your House. Season's beatings. Razor Ramon defends the Intercontinental title versus Dean Douglas next. Razor slammed into the corner by Douglas. Douglas then hits some offense, but then falls into Razor's hands, and he hits a fall-away slam. And Razor clotheslines him to the floor. Razor throws his vest out at Douglas, a hip lock, and then a sloppy bulldog off the top by Douglas. Douglas slams him to the canvas, and Douglas with an abdominal stretch, holding the rope for extra leverage behind Earl Hebner, or Dave. Can't tell the difference if it's Dave or Earl. Razor just gave the signal for the Razor's Edge. He hits it and gets a 3 count. In the end, at 3:41, Razor Ramon defeated D. Douglas. I rated it a star and 3/4. Brother Love is next. King Mabel is the guest, so that's exciting. Mabel says he was the one to pin The Undertaker for the first time. Not sure if that's right, but if it is, it's interesting. I don't think he went unpinned for half a decade, but you never know. They did protect The Undertaker as far as losing. Mabel then gets a surprise, and a casket is pushed to the ring with The Undertaker's music. Vince McMahon goes, "Is that Paul Bear?" And no, it's Mo. Mo is pushing the casket, and that's one of Brother Love's 2 surprises he has for Mabel. First, he takes off the hood, and Sir Mo, Mabel's friend, is the one that pushed the casket, so that's a surprise, apparently. And the second surprise Brother Love has for Mabel is that they uncover the casket, and instead of having The Undertaker's name on it, it's spray painted, and it says Mabel. Yeah, you can't make this up. That's his second surprise, and Mabel loved it and laughed. Okay, compelling stuff this is. In the main event of Raw, Marty Jannetty took on Psycho Sid with Ted DiBiase. They were really trying to put over the Psycho part of Sid, so they had him talk while he hit moves. He would talk to the wrestlers, trash talking them, but like in a weird way, like, "I am the master, and I am the ruler," like that kind of stuff while beating up his opponents. Sid gets in the face yelling at Jannetty, so Sid is yelling to get the Psycho name over, as I just mentioned. the King called him Sid, and McMahon's trying to like hit home. No, he's Psycho Sid. Sid gets in his face. Marty Jannetty tried to get in a much bigger Sid down, but he turned the tide in this match, power slamming Marty Jannetty. Sid slapped on a reverse chinlock. Psycho Sid threw Jannetty to the outside using his weight for leverage. DiBiase stomps on Marty Jannetty on the outside. Jannetty was starting to go after DiBiase on the outside until the 1-2-3 Kid ran from the back and stopped Jannetty from attacking DiBiase, their manager. Ramon came in and chased the Kid around the ring. The bell rings at 5:23 as we get a no contest. I gave it a 1.25 stars. No contest because everybody's interfering. Sid back in the ring grabs Jannetty and hits him with a power bomb, while Razor Ramon still chasing the 1-2-3 Kid around. Next up, we have Michaels' doctor talks about his prognosis. The physician, he says, this is what the physician says. I turned to my wife while we were watching Raw, and I said I was really concerned about what happened to Shawn Michaels. Really? They're really going to have okay, we all know the physician is an actor, but that's right there shows that the world that this is kayfabed. That this is no doctor is going to go on Monday Night Raw and say he was watching Monday Night Raw with his wife weeks before this in 1995. I'm sorry, I'm just picturing a doctor admitting he's watching Monday Night Raw in 1995 on the air. That right there shows that maybe doctors watch Raw, but is a doctor going to admit he watches Raw on the air? And everybody in the medical practice would roast him and be like, "Yeah, I was on TV, I was on Raw last night, talking about how I always watch Raw." And this is 1995, so that just shows you right there that it's kayfabe. Not that it was any doubt. They did this concussion storyline to make sure Shawn Michaels was resilient and looked at better. They even did a video package after this where the physician, I'll just finish up what the physician said, then I'll talk about the video package. The physician said that Shawn might never be the same and he might never have to be able to come back, but he needs to avoid shots to the head. So that was the physician's prognosis. But as far as the video package goes, they talk about how Vince did like a voiceover and it was all dramatic about how these superstars are human and they do feel pain differently, but they act differently and they sound differently, but they are all human like us. So yeah, and for Vince to be the one saying that with no union or no medical care, not proper anyway, at this time is one thing. To say it, I wonder what the boys in the back thought of that as independent contractors. I wonder what they thought about McMahon's whole, these guys are human and superhuman in strength and all that and such. To close out Raw, McMahon says Brett will take on Backlund next week, but yeah, they did the video package and it was mostly just to point out how resilient Shawn Michaels is and how the WWF superstars are powerful and human, and Michaels is as well. This Raw, I rated it a 4 out of 10. I thought it was pretty bad. No real great matches on the card, and the Brother Love King Mabel segment was pointless, and it took up a lot of time. And McMahon getting the Michaels concussion thing over again, yeah. Just a 4 out of 10 rating wise. It's probably one of the worst. I'm pretty fair to Raw. Like, I've been pretty fair to 1985 Raws for 1995 Raw. I've been giving 6 out of 10s and whatnot. I give this one a 4 out of 10. And I keep track of them all. And the ratings wise, WWF win again. 2.6 to 2.4 over Nitro. So that's a good rating for Raw. We'll see what happens next week. This is the 13th week for Monday Night Raw. Again, the record now is 6 wins for Raw, 5 losses, and 2 draws against Nitro. So we'll see what happens next week. And I'm also going to do the 13th Nitro now that I've done the 13th Raw. Be sure to check out both reviews. I always post them side by side. And again, you can watch these reviews whenever you go back and relive the Monday Night Wars. If you want to watch the reviews with them and make it better for yourself, that's one alternate route you can take. Either way, I'm happy that you guys stopped by and watched the video nonetheless. I'm Brett Mix, and I'm out. To make sure you hit like and subscribe as well. I'm out.